enough. Devjo, PJ, Jake, big fan, brother. Renzo, Gracie, Brown, about myself. What are your thoughts on Dylan Dennis? Hope to meet you and train one day, brother. Bless up.
Dylan Dennis is a fucking clown. I mean, I don't know. I met him early on, and I went and trained with him. He was such a nice, respectful kid, all cool. And then he just changed. I think he started hanging out with Connor and trying to act like Connor. I think deep down he's not a bad person. I think there's a good kid.
Does Connor act like that for the cameras, or is he really like that?
He's just trying too hard, but it's like nonstop. I don't know.
Gotcha.
He had that funny moment where he clowned on Logan. That shit was fucking funny. But I think he like has people do shit for him, because I've had multiple arguments on him on Twitter, and I just clown him. But there was one, I can't remember what, but there was one thing where it was something really clever, but it almost felt like it was someone else doing it, you know? It was like he photoshopped some like DM that I allegedly said that was hella funny. And I'm like, okay, this guy actually did something good. I'm like, it ain't even him though, because everything else is just so dumb. So I feel like he probably had someone help him with that Logan Paul shit.
Yeah, I think so too, because those pictures and memes, like that shit talking was on another level.
And his shit is usually so bad. The thing Logan Paul is so, I mean, Dylan Dennis is usually so unwitty and clever, but the few times something will come and just look way too clever.
Yeah, I think he had someone help him.
I think he had someone help him sometimes.
When he did the face off with Logan, like he was stuttering and shit. So like I don't think comedy and wittiness is his thing.
I think he had someone help him with that.
Yeah, he definitely had someone help him.
I started feeling bad for Logan at that point. It's
like, when they were roasting his chick.
You just gotta leave her at that point.
Holy man, that was bad. That was really bad. I mean, it's bad now because Dylan Dennis, whenever he posts, people just make fun of him and tell him stop posting. You lost to Logan Paul,
But he really won that.
Yeah, what was that? Dylan?
I think Logan Paul lost that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, his girl made him look terrible. What's your thoughts on this situation? Is just as far as like,
I mean, it's tricky because she was a model. A lot of it, she's probably out just doing photos, but it looked like she hooked up with a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
And another problem I have with it wasn't she's hooking up with a lot of guys. It's
she said hoe shit too.
A fame chaser, and hoe shit, and a fame chaser. You know, as guys that are semi-famous, we don't want these fame chasing hoes. You get it.
Dude, it's bad.
When girls are coming up to me like, oh, I know this famous guy.
Oh, I hate when girls do that.
They think it's like trying to turn us on. It's the biggest fucking turn off. That means, okay, you fuck that guy.
Yep.
You fuck that guy.
That's all guys here.
We're not stupid.
Oh, I know this guy. Oh, he's my friend.
We know what that means. I'm friends with him. You fucked him. Like, I can't stand fame chasing hoes.
Yeah.
I'm not even the biggest fucking hater of girls that like to fuck. When I was younger and fucked around, I fucked a ton of girls. How am I going to hate on them? I don't want to marry those girls.
Of course not.
But I'm not.
Speaking of transitioning to 304s, you're very well versed, in the game.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely know your way around dating dynamics and everything else like that. I think this is something that people need to see that side. People were kind of surprised when you came on and we did that podcast in Vegas.
Yeah.
And you were on and you were just spitting a bunch of game. What are your thoughts on dating nowadays, modern women, how guys should move about? I mean, I'll just leave it open and see what are your thoughts in general, feminism, all that.
I mean, everyone has to date how they want, but typically I think for a man, you should probably date 3 or 4 girls at once until you start really feeling for one. And it's like,
how dare you, Jake?
You can't really like trust.
The Tridecons are going to come after us, man.
I think you have to date a lot to start figuring out how to read girls, like when they're lying. Because you can't just like ask a girl, how many guys you had sex with? They're not going to like tell you that. You start looking for like tell certain behaviors girls do, certain ways they act. Are all their friends sluts? Is she being, if things aren't matching, she says, you start learning to read it. So I think it's generally smart to just date multiple girls till you really start having feeling for ones, and then maybe switch to one.
Yeah, and then filter from there, and because then you'll know what to look for, right?
You definitely, these guys that try jumping right away, head over heels for a girl, that they get taken for a ride.
Yeah,
she's probably. Well, look at it this way. She might be dating multiple dudes at once, and if you're not, you're the sucker.
Yeah. Worst
case, it's better for her to be the sucker than you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and plus, girls are a lot more likely to put up with it. They're more likely to, if they know you're with multiple girls, they're going to fight harder to get you. If they know you have no other options, they're going to treat you like shit. They're going to fucking walk all over you, use you. They know they can ignore you. They know they can go out and be like, oh, this guy's my friend, I'm just out with him. But if they know you have 4 other girls that are trying to convince you to be a girlfriend, they know they got to be in their best behavior. They know they got to do little things. They know they got to respect you. But
yeah, let me ask you this: what like put you on to like the ugly side of female nature and realizing that girls aren't sugar and spice everything nice? Was it when you became a professional fighter? Was it prior to that? Did you have a bad breakup? Like what put you on?
Is what really hit it for me. I mean, I was young. I didn't do that good with girls, and I kind of started figuring it out. Thankfully, before I had any fame, I started doing well. But then I got a little fame, and I was also good at talking to girls. And you're like, wow, you see, you realize how fucking shady they are.
Yeah.
Just out of control. Like basically, you got to the point where it didn't matter. I could sleep with her. Any girl I tried fairly easy, and I would have, I had a party place for a minute, and the worse my rep got, the easier it got. Girls would just start hearing, oh, this guy's sleeping with other girls, and it'd make them want to sleep with me.
Yep.
That's when and then another thing, you realize they don't care if they have boyfriends.
Yeah.
Sometimes I didn't used to ask. Sometimes I'd find out afterwards a girl would have a boyfriend. And here's something that really was a wake up call to me. I'd go, oh, why did you cheat? Always the answer was some version of, he's too nice, he does what I tell him. And girls even admit to testing him. They'd be like, I tell my boyfriend to do ridiculous things, and he does it. And he's like, and you're so like masculine, I just wanted to come fuck you and feel like a real man. I had another girl tell me that her man like broke down crying, and then she like, or apparently they got robbed or something. And then afterwards, she was a little shook up, and then she's like, your man starts crying, and she's just like, I was just so disgusted. I hadn't had sex with him since, and that's why I'm coming to sleep with you. Just shit like that you hear. Like,
I fucking told you guys. We didn't coordinate before this.
Yeah,
I've been telling people all the time, they look at me crazy, Byron, what do you mean don't show emotion? What do you mean don't cry in front of your girl, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, dude, like.
No, yeah, girls will tell you, oh, I don't mind, they're full of shit. Also, don't ever listen to a girl for dating advice.
Yeah.
They're full of shit. Because, okay, think about this. If you ask a girl for dating advice, she's going to tell you what she wants the guy. If she's in love with you, she's like, oh, I want this guy to buy me flowers and do this and that. Not what that guy's actually doing. He's actually ignoring her, fucking 4 other girls.
Yeah.
She's going to say what in her head she wishes she would do.
Isn't it amazing how counterproductive, like, what women say they want is to actually
what they want,
attracting them? Like, it's crazy.
And they might want that in their head, but it's not the guys they're attracted to aren't doing that.
Yeah. Versus, like, if a guy tells you, yeah, I like girls that do X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
You're going to get the guy if you follow that shit. But if you follow a girl's advice.
Oh, yeah, you're going to get no pussy.
It's a fucking hell, man.
But I would say if you have a parent dies or something, you could cry one time. But you can't just, your job as a man is to be the rock and be stable and hold a girl down. And if you're having a breakdown, it just disgusts girls. It's the biggest, and they'll just get like so turned off and disgusted by you that they won't respect you. You guys need to realize that.
So let me ask you this, because you're a little bit older, so you can speak to this. How would you say, like, dating has changed from before, right, 90s, 2000s, pre-social media, to now?
It's probably just easier with all the social media, because before you had to go up and approach girls.
Yeah.
Apparently, guys don't walk up and talk to random girls anymore.
No.
If you have
a lot of guys don't like doing that shit.
If you have balls and do it, girls love that.
Yeah,
love men coming up and talking to the person. They like that way. But
if you're not weird about it.
You might get shot down sometimes and be weird about it.
Of course.
But if you're not weird, girls absolutely love dudes coming up first to talk to them, because they're like, oh, men never do this anymore, apparently.
Yeah.
But yeah, I never use the apps or anything. I haven't used the Tinders and the things, so I can't really comment that. But apparently dudes are just on there like swiping, and I don't know. It's a different, what girls say they want and what they want is different. They'll be like, I want a dude 6'5", this and that. But if you have fucking charisma or you're funny,
you can get around
shit
that.
Don't matter. Yeah, like that's why it's funny. What they're putting, they want what they want is not the same thing. Of course, girls might think they want that, but if simply with dude, if you have charisma, you could. I know short ass dudes with no fucking money that are always with hot chicks.
Yeah.
So dudes can pull it off.
You could do it, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course it's good to have. I think, okay, money is something men way over exaggerate too. Yes, it's good to have money, but it's not the only thing girls look for.
Yeah, and if it's the only thing you have.
No, it's not the only thing girls. Yeah, guys think it's
really bad if it's the only thing you got.
Yeah, so many guys think that's like the only thing. No, it's not the only thing girls want. They want a man. Yeah. It's way over. Of course, you want to make money, but it's not the only thing they want by any means.
So back to the fighting stuff. I gotta ask you this: Ryan Garcia, X breakdown. What are your thoughts?